Well, today for November 25, the hearing session 11 o'clock until 12 o'clock, 1 hour planned for a hearing complaint against the accused care provider, persona Nijmegen, especially two involved people in this complaint. And this hearing was first asked, is asked, then I delayed, I withdrew it because I wanted to declare the problem by the police first, criminalizing them in aangifte, police aangifte. Then we come to this session with this document, and this is what has happened. It was planned today, but there were interesting points about this hearing. Starting first with my formal questions to this commission, that the session should be recorded. I made a record myself, but the voorzitter refused, did not allow me to film the whole session. This is first point. The second point, I asked this secretary, this commission, that I myself present video material so the commission sees something contradicting the reports, for example. This was not given. I requested in advance the names of the attending members, so their backgrounds, their affiliations, institutions is checked. We did not receive anything of this information. So the first 10 minutes in this hearing was about this objection. Then she told me, if you have these objections, you can leave. But I told her, then you will go on without me. I said, yeah. She said, what? So you go on without me. This is a session about me. And then you go on about me. What kind of sick approach is this? I said, no, I remain here, but this should be recorded in the record that you did not do that. This is first point. Second point, of course, people who introducing themselves fast and in unclear terms. For example, I'm Madam Linda, and we do not know for sure, for example, what does she do exactly? What is her tag? From which institution? We do not have idea who is she. Responding in a negative approach. Why this should be a neutral and independent commission, biased completely to the others. And this is not a whole issue. Well, I've been into this committee in earlier incident 2 years ago in connection with other fraud incident. And the secretary who was coordinating with me, and I know her well, I know how she looks like, and there were touch between me and her 2 years ago, and also during the communications on the email. But what I see here, this madam, for example, appearing in the video, this is documentation she is different. Of course, she got older, could be within the years, but even the madam who I saw, it was younger, but of more sharp character and serious. This smile, for example, you cannot see this smile on her face. Another point. And on the other side, on the screen, there is a specialist, independent specialist, who is man. And I insisted to know, for example, if he received specific document. He confirmed he received them. I told him this and this and this. He said yes. I asked him, for which institution do you belong? And this is legitimate question. You have to know, for example, that this professional, from where is he coming? So in case you have to send him a letter or an infilling document or hold him accountable for his opinion, for example, or for whatsoever, he must be known by a location, by an address. No, this person has no affiliation. No, it's only psychiatrist like this, coming from nowhere, with name and so. Of course, the name can be checked. I noted the name, but these should be given to me in advance at request. So this is checked, and I was objecting also that the independent person is attending on a screen. Why the question is that he attend on the location. My understanding to this session is the following. It seemed to me more a decor than a serious hearing session. Even the translator, which I asked, I insisted to, though I don't need a translator, but I insisted that translator is present, so in case there were argument, he support me with this, translating the argument, because I cannot follow everything sometimes when the argument is up. Well, I explained to this commission that the care provider is formally criminalized in a police declaration and held accountable in a juridical case. This is at advice of the police. But and I made my argument clear as possible within the limit of time. But according to what I noticed, for example, there should be, for example, question about the fraudulent incident. This is a fraudulent incident. How is contradicting, for example, the new reports? How this contradiction, for example, clear, for example, report claiming that an issue is minor vulnerability due to a hacking problem happened in the past. Now in the report claiming different, but the hacking on the telephone is present newly. So when we show them this is the same situation, but when this is hidden, another opinion, another psychiatric opinion will appear. And it seems to me more like this meetings in how to call it, it was more like these Middle East political parties who organize these sessions, conversation sessions. It was in this way organized. You speak, but nobody, everyone in totally different world. You speak, I speak. No real argument, no discussions, nothing. Just and this is how she organized it. And you speak, but this should be discussion. This is complaint session. And there are questions about the officiality of this session. In the letter, which I received, of course, via my infected telephone, and could be the email itself for the secretary, is abused. But the email which I received is arranged within half an hour first, fixing the meeting in the second floor in a room, an official room, disqualified room. And when I corrected that, there was reference to something the patient vertrauen person, the PVP, arranged. And here there is unclarity about her role, about in this session. For example, when I attended this session 2 years ago, there were with me Mr. Ronald. He supported me. There were argument. There were reaction back, a comment. But I said what I said, and they said what they said, and it remains well. You're fighting